All of that to come, but first, Marcus Rashford scored twice for Barcelona tonight, including a thunderbolt of a strike in a 2-1 win over Newcastle. Well, Rashford scored the opener with a header in the 58th minute before scoring that superb second. Newcastle scored late on in the game through Anthony Gordon, but they couldn't find an equaliser. Watching that one for us was Darren Ambrose. And Darren, you're still here because we've got to get some reaction to this incredible match and an incredible performance from Marcus Rashford under the guise of Thomas Tuchel, who was in the crowd watching at St James's Park. What a night. Yes,
what a night. More what a last half an hour of the match, because I just felt, particularly in the first half, the battle he was having against Kieran Trippier down their left and Kieran Trippier's right. Trippier was winning it. He weren't getting much joy, Marcus Rashford. But 2 moments of brilliance. And I think the first one, the header, was fantastic. The second one, the strike, was sensational. It was world class. Let's talk about the first one, because I just want to mention Fabian Schär's part in it, because I'd say 2 minutes before that, he took a real hefty knock to his face from Marcus Rashford's strike, and it hit him on the side of the face. He was down for a few minutes. And he ended up going off about 2 minutes after the goal, and he sat down again complaining. And it's so difficult for the medical staff and the staff to make that decision, because Fabian Schär looked OK, they went through all the right tests, but he was clearly affected by that. And it was his decision to just back away 1.5 yards, 2 yards from Marcus Rashford, instead of staying close, allowed Rashford that time to put the header in from 12 yards. So I'm just wondering if that had anything to do with it. Like I said, it's so difficult to make that call. 2 minutes after the goal, he went off. But 9 minutes later, the second goal from Marcus Rashford.
Absolutely undeniable, that shot.
When you see it, it's world class. Thomas Tuchel looking on. He was oozing confidence after the first goal. The key factor in all this is he was starting on the left of a free, but both of his goals came from central. And he picked the ball up. He rounded Tonali onto his right foot. And it was prime, it was classic Marcus Rashford. Put his laces through it from 20, 22, 23 yards, and the ball didn't move, and it went straight, barring in. Nick Pope had no chance. And after that, again, he was winning the battle from then on. Again, the confidence you could see in Marcus Rashford was undeniable, and Thomas Tuchel, they ended up taking him off, which I don't know if it was fake smiles on the bench, because I think he'd have liked his hat-trick. But yeah, it was a great performance from him, the great last half hour. Newcastle got back into it. In the end, I said they wouldn't. I said it was just it was like keep ball for Barcelona towards the end. But then a lovely move involving Guimaraes, Voltemade, found Jacob Murphy, first-time delivery. Anthony Gordon arriving at the right time. Lovely placement into the corner. And they almost snatched a point at the end. Tonali, it was a long throw, Livramento. Dan Burn got the flick on, come out 22 yards. Tonali, lovely strike. Straight in the arms of Garcia, and that was the final moment of the match. But a lot of credit has to go to Newcastle. No shame in that. They really gave it a good go, and they're coming up against one of this season's favourites for the whole tournament. Yeah, what a performance though from Marcus Rashford, like you say. I mean, I'm not one for hyperbole, but he's clearly back, and he's going to be England's saviour, isn't he, at the World Cup in the summer? Tongue firmly in cheek when I say that. Look, we have to talk about Newcastle as well. Eddie Howe made some big decisions here. He dropped the match winner from the last match and their record signing, Nick Voltemade. There was no recognised number 9 in the side to start this match against Barcelona. Was that the right decision, do you feel? Did that hinder them tonight? I mean, it's hindsight. Perhaps Nick Voltemade could have started that game, maybe come off after an hour, because he struggled a bit in the second half against Wolves, didn't he, getting cramped? But there was a few moments, few opportunities in the first half. One fell to Gordon, that he missed his kick, missed the ball completely. One fell to Harvey Barnes, that it came across the goal, similar to Gordon's goal, and the momentum of Garcia, the goalkeeper, he may have put it back across. He didn't. He went to hit the target. It was a good save. There were moments that if the recognised goal scorer, full of confidence from the weekend, may have taken one of those chances. But Eddie Howe and the coaching staff, they know what they see throughout the week and on the training field. And he came on, he made a difference. Nick Voltemade made a difference. Got into some good positions, some nice touches, was involved in the goal. But I'm sure they want him up to speed as soon as possible. And just finally, looking ahead to Newcastle's next match, they're on the South Coast, they're going to Bournemouth in the Premier League.
Will it be difficult for them to pick themselves up after this loss?
No, I don't think so. As I said, no discredit to them whatsoever. It was a good performance. The first half was full of intensity. They didn't manage to keep that intensity up. They were in the midfield. They were hunting in packs. I felt it was a good performance. And they come up against the Barcelona side, and a Marcus Rashford, particularly in the second half, full of confidence. I thought Pedri was outstanding today. So I don't feel there'll be any need to go away and linger on this result too much, and I'm sure they'll go and put on a positive performance at the weekend.
OK. Thank you so much for your insights. As always, Darren, been a pleasure to host you this evening. OK, so sad times for Newcastle, but celebrations for Manchester City and a record-breaking night for Erling Haaland, who became the fastest player to reach 50 Champions League goals. He helped City beat 10-man Napoli 2-1 at the Etihad. Well, Napoli had a shocking start. Their captain, Giovanni Di Lorenzo, was sent off for a challenge on Haaland in the first half. Antonio Conte was forced into taking off the former City player Kevin De Bruyne after just 26 minutes on his return to the Etihad since leaving. And that sending off proved to be the difference. Haaland put City ahead with a header, and Jeremy Doku added a second 10 minutes later. Well, look at this, because Haaland now holds the record for fewest Champions League appearances to score 50 goals. He's done so in just 49 games. It's incredible. The Man City forward hit the milestone 13 games faster than the previous record holder, Ruud van Nistelrooy.
Napoli have brought nothing. Yes, they had a man sent off, but they still had nothing. They had one header right at the beginning. Politano, who was playing right wing at the time, headed from a corner, and Donnarumma saved it in the first few minutes. But since then, absolutely nothing. It was as if the man got sent off. It's 20 minutes, by the way. Man got sent off, and they just kind of stood in their own box. Haaland got the first goal. Doku got with the second one. Probably 30 chances, I think, tonight. They had 19 efforts before they got the first goal. So it's an easy win for Man City. And it just showed me that this is a Man City also can just grind it out, wait patiently, and, of course, get their 2-0 win.
Elsewhere, Bayer Leverkusen snatched a point in their Champions League opener thanks to an own goal from Copenhagen's Pantelis Hadziakos in the 91st minute, I should say. 2-2, that one finished. Club Brugge thrashed Monaco 4-1. It was a dream start for Eintracht Frankfurt. They beat Galatasaray 5-1, while Francisco Trincao scored two stunning goals as Sporting beat Champions League debutants Kairat Almaty 4-1.